Listen to me. How old are you? How old are you? 5. You feel like you can make your own decisions? Huh?
I don't want to go.
I don't care. You don't make that decision for yourself.
Out of here! What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem? So now get in the truck. Stop it. You stop.
Police officers swear an oath to serve and protect, but sometimes their hunger for power takes over. And when authority becomes more important than right and wrong, the consequences can be devastating. In today's cases, we're looking at situations where that desire for control went so far that even children weren't off limits. Yes, you heard that right. Stay with us, because you're about to see something that's both disturbing and unforgettable.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm riding with you. We're going back to school.
In January of 2020, the Montgomery County Police Department received a call from East Silver Spring Elementary School about a 5-year-old boy who had left the school grounds and didn't want to come back. 2 police officers were sent to the scene because of what they described as a dispute with a 5-year-old child. What was supposed to be a routine intervention turned into a video that set the public on fire.
Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we'll be out with him. It's gonna be at 733 Silver Spring Ave. What's going on, man? What are you doing?
Avenue 2, George 14, 733 Silver Spring.
What are you doing? Huh?
I tell you what.
I got you. Listen to me. How old are you? How old are you?
5.
5. You feel like you can make your own decisions? Huh? You feel like you can do what you want? Are you an adult? Are you 18? So why are you outside of school? Look at me. Why are you out of school? Why do you have people following you? Huh?
Officer Christman approached the child on the street and immediately switched to a tone of authority, asking questions about age and decision-making. He lectured a 5-year-old about adulthood, as if he was speaking to a grown person. And let's just stop there for a second. Does a 5-year-old child have the capacity for legal responsibility? Of course not. But this officer thought he could do whatever he wanted.
I don't care if you don't want to go to school. You do not have that choice. You understand?
Charlie Adam, 3393.
Get back over there. Now. Now. Don't make me take you over there.
Your record of that text down.
Okay.
Alright, can I give you a VIN? No, for a license.
Listen to me. I want you to listen very clear. You don't make any decisions for yourself unless somebody is trying to hurt you. Now, is somebody trying to hurt you?
George Yankee.
You're right.
King 6.
I got it.
385. 8
Yeah.
Robert 2.
No.
You gotta ride.
3.
Come on.
There is no plan.
Cut it out. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out.
I'm riding with you. We're going back to school.
Officer Christman continued to raise his voice, insisting that the child didn't have the right to make decisions. And the context was simple. The child didn't want to go back to school. But instead of calming the situation, the language of domination was used. Where is the de-escalation here? Where is an age-appropriate approach? Police standards clearly stress proportionality and emotional assessment of the situation.
We were listening like, what? I don't know how y'all do it. You got him?
Hey, you also had a license warning check.
What in the world?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Trying to hide behind the car.
Ready.
I don't know.
Is it what I thought?
That's him.
David Edwards Lincoln.
Get in.
Nancy Time Edwards.
Now. I'm not asking.
Silence.
Get in the car.
Ma'am.
I'm going with you. Let's
Oh,
go.
we're gonna have problems. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to hear it. I still don't want to hear it. You better stop. You better stop. You better cut that out.
They never investigated if someone at the school was hurting this child. 5-year-olds are scared of the world, so for him to run away and not want to go back that badly when kids that age play at school all day, well, that's a red flag. But as this situation went on, the tone became even harsher. The child was crying, and Officer Chrisman reacted with frustration.
You better cut that out. I don't care. You don't make that decision for yourself. Let me.
Just took a clipboard.
Hit what? Is he special needs?
Well, I mean,
Yeah. He does.
Does your mama spank you?
Probably not.
Does your mama spank you? Because she is today. She's going to spank you today. Because we're going to call her and tell her exactly what's going on. She's going to spank you today. I'm asking if I can do it.
Officer Chrisman commented that the mother would be notified and suggested there would be consequences at home. Instead of giving a professional distance, he added personal remarks about discipline. The police role isn't parental punishment. Their duty is safety. When an officer starts giving lectures about spankings and upbringing, he moves from a legal framework into his own personal philosophy.
oh, that's okay. You weren't expecting to give people a ride. Thank you.
14. Just make sure your supervisor notified. We have the child. Boy, all my life if I tried to do some stuff like that. I would have been beat 9 times before I got home. Don't nobody want to hear that. Ain't nobody even listening. You know why? Because you don't get to do what you want to do. This ain't your world.
Yeah, preparation. George 14, down 5-year-old. Correction source
Yeah, if you go up where the right where that family is turning,
George 14 has the
go up to the next where that bus is.
Oh, okay.
Officer Chrisman demanded full control, as if he was dealing with a defiant adult. The question is simple. Did the child present an immediate danger? The use of force standard requires objective reasonableness. A crying 5-year-old hardly fits into that category. But the next few minutes are what changed the tone of the entire story, so stay with us.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, I got it.
Either this one or the next.
You go up like on the other side of that white
Sure,
truck,
sure. Okay.
And in the front doors right
I got you. Is his parents decent?
Mom loves him very much and is trying to figure out how to help him.
I understood. So I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
Sheriff. Sheriff. Yourself, thank you very much.
Get out of the car.
I'm so sorry.
Get out. Now. Get out of the car. Now.
Officer Chrisman shared his personal views on disciplining children, talking about spankings and obedience. Professional distance was disappearing. When a police officer starts saying how a child should be physically punished, that's no longer law enforcement, it's personal ideology. And let me ask you, does that kind of mindset belong in an intervention at an elementary school? Sadly, he wasn't the only one.
Because you're making your situation that much worse for you. When you get home, your mama's gonna have something to say to you, okay? I'm gonna talk to your parents too. You know why? Because you bad. Now get out.
Okay.
Get out. All right,
Come
come on.
we're going in.
You have got to be joking me right now. You've got to joke.
I mean, how do you learn that type of behavior at 5?
5 years old.
I don't want no parts of y'all's world.
Okay, see, this is why people need to beat their kids.
And destructive in the building.
That's why people need to beat their kids. I'm gonna ask this mama.
Here. I have my thing on.
I was like, how y'all staff? Y'all can't get it.
You should see when you just
Protocols for working with children require calming and not intimidation. At this point, it seemed like the goal was to prove authority, yes, even though they had a child in front of them. Some officers don't simply know when to stop, and once they arrived at the school, the situation didn't calm down. No, for real, it didn't even cross their minds that maybe there was a reason the child didn't want to be there.
Yeah, the thing don't come back.
What I'm going to do is we're going to have you.
Know what? Sit down.
2008 Cadillac.
Sit down.
Shut that noise up. Shut that noise up now. Boy, I'm telling you, I hope your mama let me beat you. I swear to you. I'm gonna wait out.
If y'all want to talk to him,
He just sitting there yelling, cause why nobody beat her?
They're gonna get on the phone and see.
Officer Chrisman was trying to contact the mother while the child was upset still, and of course he was upset. The child was crying because everyone was yelling at him, and that imitation of the child's crying by the female officer. Are we really paying taxes for officers like these? Who would have thought that people like this actually exist?
ain't nobody listening.
Beat him so bad. Have we beat him?
One of them.
Yes. Oh my God. You would not embarrass me like this at school. You breaking up computers?
What?
Oh, they said he destroyed property. He done broke up computers. He done hit one of the kids with a clipboard.
Oh, you a little bit violent little thing. Pick up the pieces of that keyboard, go right to that button.
Did you even manage to count how many times these officers said they would beat this child? I wonder if these officers are parents, and if they'd be okay with someone acting like that towards their own children. Honestly, I hope they're not, because in that case, they'd be the worst parents in the world. And if you thought the situation would calm down once they brought the child back to school, you're wrong.
I'm telling you, he couldn't sit in that chair.
Wouldn't be able to sit down nowhere.
That noise out. And it's so sad because
Keep on crying until you start coughing.
Speaker. It's Mom.
I wish you would. I wish you would slap that phone out of there. Sit down. Sit down. No. You better listen to me. You are mad rude. You understand? Your mom's gonna talk to you. She's on the phone. Hear what she has to say. Sit down. Say something. Hi, ma'am. This is Officer Chrisman, County Police, by the way.
While the conversation with the mother was going on, the tone towards the child stayed authoritarian. The constant insistence on obedience overpowered any empathy. Child psychology experts would describe this as a traumatic experience. Police are required to minimize harm, especially towards minors. But the atmosphere felt anything but protective.
Your mom's talking to you.
Hello?
He can hear you.
He can hear you. It's right next to him. He's refusing to speak.
Yes. Calm down, Doodle. Mommy coming, okay?
Sit down. Do you hear your mother talking to you? Do you hear your mother talking to you? Then you better open your mouth and say something back. Your mother's talking to you. Respond.
Calm down and stop crying. You're gonna make yourself sick.
Okay, now we slowly reached the part where the officer started asking what had happened, and the school's answer was that he was running down the street. But let's stop here for a second. Am I the only one wondering how a 5-year-old got out of the school by himself and made it that far down the road in the first place? What was the school security doing?
You better stop trying to get off this seat. Stop it. Stop it. Holiday, can you watch him real quick? Sam, hold on 1 second. Alright, hello. Hi, this is Officer Chris from Montgomery County Police. Did the faculty staff let you know what happened today? Yeah, he was like running down the street. Is everything okay at the house? What's your ETA, ma'am? Okay, do you have a time frame on which you might be here? Linden. Okay, that's not far at all.
There were mentions of alleged damage at the school, including a damaged computer, and now the narrative shifts. Was this an attempt to justify their earlier actions? Even if there was property damage, the legal system for minors works entirely differently. Being 5 years old changes everything, but the way it was presented suggested a criminal framework.
All right. We'll see you when you get here. All right. Yep. No, is this hers? Unless you want to go in there. She said, no. Sure phone?
No, it's
Okay. How far is that from here?
Over by 16th Street.
Are you finished with that?
She's gonna be here. She's coming from Linden.
When I said we'd like you to come to the school, what happened? She goes, really? Like, I said, yes, they want you here now.
You know that's coming with me, right? No.
good because I don't want it. You deserve it.
He took a whole 5 push-ups up with cords across and threw all on the floor.
No.
She's using a plastic thing as a shield.
No.
Took a $1,000 computer on the floor.
Officer Chrisman commented on the discipline and consequences as if he were judge and a parent at the same time. The police have a clearly defined authority. Moral lessons aren't part of their official duty. When the line between the law and personal frustration gets blurred, public trust starts to erode. And that's exactly what was happening here.
Just went, because simple things. You know what started this? He asked for a snack and she said, sit down, I'll get it for you.
Oh, boy, yes, because you don't get no whoopings.
That's exactly.
You don't get no whoopings. None of these kids get whoopings. Nah.
It ain't sound like it. I mean, there's.
That's what it is. It's at home.
Cause I'm like, I'm not coughing.
No, baby, no.
And all
Because-
that noise and stuff. Oh, it couldn't be mine. It couldn't be
He'll
mine.
fall asleep soon.
No, he not, cause I'm not gonna let him. You ain't going to sleep today.
You don't deserve no nap.
All that exactly.
Nothing but a spanking.
Did you all the way up here?
Oh no. We were eating at the fire station, and the call comes out, and it says like a dispute with a 5-year-old.
I cannot fathom.
And then he walked out of the school and took off. I'm like,
How? He's 5.
and then as I'm pulling up, he like hides behind this Toyota.
I was like, that can't be him, cause that's too small.
It's him. What?
That's why I slowed down.
We only moved after him as he kept getting out of our sight because they say don't follow him.
Don't try to move.
Which is stupid.
In conversations between the officers, you could hear disbelief about the call itself. They mentioned a dispute with a 5-year-old. So let's be real. If the officers themselves were surprised by the situation, why was the response so intense? And look at how cold they were, casually talking to each other while the boy was going through serious stress behind them, as if it somehow didn't matter.
Out of sight, we started doing a little bit more. Then he really went.
But I mean, who put that into a rule? Don't follow the kid.
Well, they say
Especially-
that the minute they step off grounds, we should call him.
But I mean, what if y'all didn't follow me, ran out to the street?
Or somebody saw
We
him.
don't.
Or somebody said.
Chase.
We don't chase. I should say that. We kept him in our sights, but the closer we got, the farther he
But I mean, it should be at this point, up to a certain age, hey, sit down, wait for your parents to get in here.
A crate. Cradle.
That's correct, Val.
Would I act like a little beast?
Charlie. Any restrictions?
What?
Cars 8, 19, 20.
If you was my kid,
I'm so taken aback right now. I don't understand.
You're welcome. And you also have
That's something this small.
Canada showing.
I
Where
wish
do
you
you
would
go?
ask her that. I'd love to hear what she would tell you.
What'd she tell you?
1357.
She says she whoops him at home.
nah.
If
With
she
what?
did, he would not like
What,
that.
Twizzlers and cookies? It's ridiculous. I don't believe
When the
that.
school
Oh,
called,
this is
he's
the mom. I'm gonna let you.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello?
horrible,
Unless she wants-
horrible little beast.
She says she's
Yes.
Comments between the officers about the job as job security gave off a tone of routine. Routine in a situation that was traumatic for a child. And now I ask you, does routine justify coldness, or does it demand even more attention instead? Because this was the moment when empathy completely disappeared.
This is called job security.
No, it's not. This is horrible.
The one that got whacked went home early.
Because of it?
I think it was already arranged. And she does have all the
2 wide at 10 discretion.
Can we see it?
I'll get the t-shirt.
That's it. This one, right? Regarding it. I want to, yeah.
Camera.
Yeah, 'cause we need to have a conversation with this one. This is like a little Chucky doll. You remember Chucky?
Oh, I accidentally.
You remember Chucky?
She said she was gonna get
1
a
out of
toy
12 for a call.
She said
Inflated.
she gonna get Doodle a toy.
Doodle's getting a toy.
Doodle's getting a toy.
because he acted a fool.
Please disconnect. 11,225.
Comparisons to a doll from a horror movie further showed that they saw the child as a problem, not as a minor in crisis. That kind of language changes the approach to an intervention. When a child becomes a label, the response turns to punishment, and later, those officers will wonder why this child doesn't trust the police when he grows up. Yeah, I wonder why.
Please drive 11225.
We're not talking to the problem.
From
We're
your
talking
vanity
to
to call back.
the equation of the problem.
Go be advised. Also okay. Right down direct. 1400.
No, for real though. Do you not want to?
I do not want that.
1 out of 12 here in service.
We'll go for it. I don't know if you want to wait till before or after mom like celebrate.
I think I'm.
That just looked
That-
just
that's
like
just-
SWAT school. That's what that looked like.
Why you do that? It's just a little bit of
It
bread.
looked just like SWAT
It's
school.
just a little bit of bread.
And ice and
I ate kava.
Yeah.
I need you need calories. If you don't have calories, you know you could.
I ain't saying nothing. You look just like you going to SWAT right now.
At this minute, the staff was showing footage of the child's alleged behavior while Officer Crispin watched the video on a phone. Suddenly, the focus shifted from the present situation to proving guilt. But wait a second. Was a police intervention supposed to be a courtroom, or was their job to judge a 5-year-old based on a clip? And even if the boy had been violent at school, that isn't an excuse for the officers to be this aggressive. End of discussion.
Right.
Never even. Oh no.
I think I breathed. I might have inhaled one. Or I inhaled the cupcake, I don't know. You got the video?
I have a few. They're kind of long.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Can I fast forward for you?
Sure.
Are you close by?
So you have to fast forward to where. I'm trying to teach at the same time, so it's a little. So he throws that at me.
Wait,
Okay. Do you mind if I hang up now? He's calmed down. Okay. All right. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right.
Oh, look at this.
I don't want to. Because I already know it's boy shepherd for the devil. Oh, Lord.
Fast forward, it gets.
I cannot.
Yeah.
She said she was going to buy him.
Officer Chrisman kept making comments while they were watching the footage, and the tone shifted into mockery and personal remarks. Instead of a professional assessment, it sounded like a hallway argument at school. I mean, did you notice how the distance disappeared? When an officer starts using personal labels, he loses objectivity. And without objectivity, there's no reasonable action.
That's right, webbed feet.
I asked that friend to come with me to
Webbed feet.
Oh, did you have to see that?
Go ahead, write
Nah,
it
you
down.
got a basket now.
You're not being safe. When your body's in a chair, Miss Richardson gave you 4 chances, you chose not to. You are hurting friends and you're hurting Miss Richardson. You need to stop.
You said no. I got movie.
You're welcome. I will always keep you safe. Wingo, come here, please. Wingo, come
Here.
You're fine.
I'll just go back to
You're welcome. I will always keep
Peter.
What are we going to do? Because he got to go. This ain't the place for him.
Shoved her head down and then took her stuff.
Wingo,
So I asked her to come stand with me. And then.
What gets him expelled?
The conversation moved to the procedure of removing the child from school and a possible alternative program. Officer Chrisman discussed skipping formal steps to speed up the process. Wait, skipping procedures? Doesn't the legal system exist so that things are handled step by step? When shortcuts are requested, a child's rights become secondary. But that wasn't even the worst thing they said here.
Don't you do
line
it.
up at the door. Line up at the door.
You ain't getting no Beyblade or nothing today for the rest of your life until you act like
I don't know.
you got some common sense there. We're going to the conference room?
Yes.
We can stay here. I don't want to move it.
Yeah, I think we'd have a stroke.
Okay.
Obviously.
So what are the guidelines for getting him ejected from the facility?
So long.
But it seems like, so is this. So where we at in that process?
Yeah. Being in public is we serve everybody. And we have to go through the hoops to.
No, we do have a meeting tomorrow, and if it's possible, if we can skip the formality of try this strategy and go straight to a screening.
Yeah, because assault should supersede some stuff. And then walking out
Like 3, 4.
on a regular, okay, I mean like,
Has he done that before?
He's gone out. This is the furthest he's gone.
yeah, he leave, but
This
he
is
just
the
keep
third
going
time he's
further and
done
further away.
And we gonna be right there waiting on you to come out them doors.
I ain't waiting for him.
I'm gonna be right here.
Somebody else gonna be waiting for him. They're gonna snatch him up.
Oh,
that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then you be missing. Because you're not where you belong.
They talked about the child running down the street and possible danger from traffic. That was a real safety risk, but the question is how that risk is addressed, with calming and protection, or with threats about kidnapping and intimidation. When safety is used as an argument for excessive control, the line shifts easily, and that's what starts to happen here. Of course, mixed in with stories about how strict their own parents were.
Oh my God, I can't believe I would
It
beat
was
him so
scary
bad.
when we got to the corner here because the cars don't stop fully.
What?
See, this is my point.
But I'm saying when he got to the corner, I was getting nervous because the cars don't all make a full stop.
Right.
He's right there.
How
And
often?
he's so small, you can even.
How often you say? Like every day?
There's no
And
way.
is his guardian notified?
Everything's documented.
I bet. Yeah, I know.
It's,
Oh, they get numbers for that stuff.
oh.
Man, that man is just having the worst day
200
ever. Worst
002
weekend.
335. 200.
I'm so stuck on
002
this
335.
because
George 2
the dread I
104.
felt at the staff of school
1339.
calling a house.
I would have been
Calling
scared
my
to go home.
parent.
Officer Chrisman went into personal stories about his own childhood and physical punishment. At that moment, the intervention turned into a therapy session about spankings. Is that part of police training? When an officer justifies violence through personal experience, it sends a message that force is normal. But you know what? No one cares about his childhood stories. He's there to enforce the law. Simple as that. Nothing more.
For my parent to come get me from school? Oh, Lord, I done fell off. Please, no.
When I was at elementary school, my grandmother was the head secretary. So I tried all the time, but it was a ritual. I go up in the conference room.
So you was skating?
No, she put, I got beat at the school, and then when my mom came to pick, I got beat in the van. Then when I got home, my dad beat me again. And then he would come up later like, I just ate, I got energy, come here. I'm like, oh, God. It got to the point where I wear like 3-4 extras.
How did he hurt you?
He threw 2 things at me and scratched me. He didn't harass me. It's just
Right.
And they have to just take it.
Okay, so at what point can you say, I can't work with that little boy? Y'all need to do something.
good work. So we got that meeting tomorrow. Hopefully we can push things forward.
Do they have
His thing too. His thing.
alternative for this side?
I think there's some emotions.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he got to go somewhere else.
They continued talking about alleged scratches and incidents with staff. Instead of a neutral assessment, the tone suggested the child was a problem that needed to be removed from the system. The police role isn't to administratively handle school discipline, and like I said, their task was to check why the child was afraid of school, but of course, that didn't even cross their minds.
Thank you. Good. Didn't exhibit it.
Because he know what he doing. He's bad. I told it, he's bad. That's what it is. Because no one's correcting it.
He's getting a...
So he just keep doing the same stuff. No.
Okay, y'all notified her why she's coming, and then she's still talking about something you're supposed to get a paper. I'm pretty sure
Don't cry.
there's none of that going on.
Don't cry. You were going to go get your toy? You want to get your toy today? Nah. He don't.
How you doing?
Hey, Miss Graham.
Okay. One of the officers made a statement and asked what's going on in my home.
Yes, ma'am. If you want, we can talk about that.
No, we can
away
talk
from
about
him.
it. Yeah.
Shanta Grant arrived and was immediately confronted with questions about the situation at home. But let's be real, the officers were so bad at their job and showed so many negative traits that I think they're the last people who should be advising anyone about parenting and discipline. Wouldn't you agree with me?
I would just want to show y'all. Come on, Doodle. Stand up for me. This is 16 years later. I have a 22-year-old at home. So this one is spoiled. I can't discipline him because the government won't allow you.
Yes, you can.
I spank him, but I can't discipline him how I want to discipline him because of this. I'm not losing my child to the system and I'm not going to prison.
Okay, can you
So I just
clarify
wanted
how
to
you
show
would
y'all.
like to discipline?
This not being physically abused.
Who said he was?
No,
Because-
we believe it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, we want you to beat him.
You're talking about
I can't,
getting him a...
I can't beat him
Why?
because I'm not going to prison.
You don't go to prison for beating your child.
Listen to me. I made a statement in here, and one of the school staffs, the principal.
Perhaps you did it incorrectly.
No.
You don't use a weapon.
No, I don't
to
use a
discipline.
weapon.
But you can
So-
smack that butt repeatedly. Yes.
Listen to me. I'm 41 years old.
I'm older than you.
I understand that.
So your age means nothing.
I'm 41. I have a 22-year-old. So this one, I'm starting all over again.
Understood.
He's spoiled.
Not good.
What did I email you this morning and say?
That if he's had a good day, he gets to celebrate that.
The conversation shifted towards physical discipline and legal limits. Officer Chrisman explained what's allowed and what crosses into a CPS report. This was complex legal ground, but the way the discussion was handled felt more like a verbal contest and not an effort to calm things down. No matter how much the mother explained that she wouldn't mistreat her child, the officers kept insisting she had to spank him and hit him.
Take him to Jamaica, Disney World, do everything. Struggling
This not a
single
good day for
parent.
that.
So in order for him to do good, I have to reward him.
Not today.
For doing what he's
Not today, because
supposed
today
to.
he was down the street.
For 3 days.
Somebody gonna snatch him because he out here unattended.
And what I want to do, I want to discipline him.
Please do.
But I can't.
Let's have this conversation away from him. He does not need to.
He's
That cannot
vaccinated.
be happening.
He doesn't eat by choice.
Can we talk outside for like 5 minutes real quick, ma'am?
You go.
Put your clothes on.
Because I don't understand why you saying you can't, but you can. You can.
Ma'am, just
You
one
can.
second.
That's what we want.
Is there another room?
Because he wouldn't act
I don't
like
want to
that
put her
if you-
business out.
Because you just don't know what you just saw.
I know what you just seen, but you know the funny part about it?
Officer Chrisman tried to explain the legal differences while the mother defended her actions. Now the situation was less about the child and more about authority and interpretation of the law. When police enter discussions about parenting methods, the line of authority becomes blurred. I don't know who told these officers they had the right to intervene in this. If someone decides their child will be spoiled, that's what it is.
I can't do it. Because I'm still a mother that's hood.
We'll talk to her, and then if y'all have anything, we'll pull y'all in. We'll let her know.
If it's anything like what I just saw,
So, ma'am, and I'm sorry, I apologize. What's your name?
Shantae.
Shantae. I'm Officer Chrisman.
All right.
All right, this is
I
Officer
remember you.
Holiday.
from where?
I think it was something with my car downtown Silver Spring.
Oh, okay.
You probably
Yeah, I'm in
know
these
my
streets,
big
girl.
son.
So,
But
understand though, real quick, all right? We're not calling you off your job
no, you supposed to.
Right, okay, so, but you gotta remember.
Understanding parent is just in the background.
Let's
The
have a
first
seat.
thing I heard was what's going on in the home.
Oh, that wasn't me. I ain't
No,
That
no,
was
no,
me.
no. No,
Because
I didn't. I just, that's why the first thing I came in, because I'm young, I'm hood, I'm in the streets. I don't smoke weed. I drink occasionally. It's not being physically abused. It's spoiled.
But we need to back that up from there because
And
that's
I
not
try.
helping.
And I try. And Mr. When I say, you already know what's going down.
The conversation moved to the limits of physical punishment and the interpretation of the law in Maryland. Officer Chrisman gave examples from practice, and these same officers who were now saying it's okay to hit a child would arrest this same mother if she did it when it suited them. And so it goes in circles. Everything revolves around them. It just depends on what they want at that moment.
I'm beating that ass when I get home. Oh, no, you can't.
I said, I hope your mama would let me
And we
beat you
wanted to
because,
talk to you so we could
I
clarify.
promise you, baby, my hand of God, sweetest kid in the world. Don't do this at home. Don't do this with friends. For course 70 people, nobody believes what's going
We
on.
got video. He didn't hit the teacher.
Yeah,
he didn't hit children. He didn't
He hit
threw
the teacher with the
computers on the floor.
basket.
I don't
He
know
broke
nothing
$1,000
like that.
computer. He threw an eraser.
And he does not do. I'm not
We can only
lying
tell
to
you what we saw.
Right.
I believe it. I believe
It's
it
on
because I
video.
deal with these people.
So can I ask you, what's the disconnect?
It's for you when you doesn't understand. All right, it's time to play. Now, guess what? It's media time. I don't want to do media. He does not do that with me.
But see, they can't hit him.
I know that.
You can.
I can't hit him because two people here stated, oh,
The discussion about CPS reports and different perceptions continued. Officer Chrisman tried to clarify what could trigger a report, but the audience could notice how the conversation was drifting away from the original problem. I mean, I'm still waiting for the moment they'll talk about the possibility that he doesn't want to go to school because someone's bullying him. What do you think? Will that moment ever happen?
You know, CPS.
No. You have two uniformed police officers that are telling you the law. As a parent, you are more than allowed to just
state it to me, and I can repeat this in front of him. Don't let no one else hear you say that, because that's a CPS case. I would have to report that. And I didn't say I was going to beat him with a belt. I didn't say I was going to beat him with an object. So I said, you know what? I'm from New York. I guess Montgomery County got it.
No. Let me give you a scenario, okay? We got a call at the DSW. Remember that? Last year, because this adult hit a kid. That's what it came out of. They didn't know if there was kids, parents or not. All right, hold on, hear me out. When that call came out, we got there, they established the fact that it was their parent and they were acting up inside the store. And so they ended up, spanking that butt. And you know what we did? Have a good day, ma'am. And we told that kid, if you don't do what they tell you to do.
The mother defended her methods while Officer Chrisman gave hypothetical examples. He pointed out that a parent has the right to discipline within the limits of the law. Audience, do you notice the irony? A police intervention that started because of a child's behavior had now turned into a debate about the limits of physical punishment. If this didn't frustrate you, I don't know what will.
You gonna get it again when you get home.
And I'm from New York. When you get different police officers, when my girlfriend beat her daughter, the officer came to me and said to me and my girlfriend and said, do what you got to do, just don't kill her. So by me coming here, I don't want to call it the Ethiopian woman, made a statement about me telling my child, I'm beating you when I get home, and then Miss repeating it. So I said, okay.
As long as there's no cuts.
When he's with me, not like that. I promise you.
Girl, this was a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the yelling, he was on the street, would not get in the car.
I promise you. My girlfriend is the supervisor of CPS, but in New York. She said, Shantae, don't let them people tell you can't beat ass. I said, this is Maryland. This is different.
Well, we telling you, as law enforcement officers in Maryland, Montgomery County, in which the school that he goes to, you can most definitely. Matter of fact, we applaud the fact that you would please beat your kid. Because of the fact.
Because he had a 3-day good with them, I said, you know what? I brought him Blaze. Some little toy. He messed up. I made him throw it in the trash. He did good. 3 days. I emailed you this morning, didn't I? Tell when mommy get off of work, I promised him that I'm gonna take him to Five Below to get the Blaze. He did good. What his thing is, when it's time, when there's no more fun time, he don't want to do it. He does not do this at home. And it's driving me crazy.
All I can tell you is beat that ass. That's all I can tell you.
But I need
Just as long. Let me just clear. One second.
How many times have I even reached out?
Because we're mandated reporters,
and that's what they. So what I'm
listen.
The conversation touched on cultural differences in parenting. Officer Chrisman tried to ease the tension, but his words left room for misunderstanding. The officer's job was to bring the child to safety and investigate whether someone was bullying him. Period. Everything else belongs to the child's parents, not to them.
Hero.
So if you say things, depending on who the person is, and depending on what their beliefs are, and depending on what they hear, if they hear something that sounds like, oh my God.
I didn't say I was going to beat them with a gun.
Listen.
It's a different type of language.
They have to call.
Just don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. That makes it worse.
Getting in the meeting, I say, I didn't use no. I said, but black people, we discipline different. Because where I come from, sit down. First time, sit down. The second time, the third time, you sitting. Because my mother done knocked the shit out of me.
And you're allowed to do that.
Don't have no bruises, anything.
Right, but just understand the fact,
kill him,
if you say that to somebody.
But I didn't say it to them. I said to. I came here because all of my friends think that, and I'm not being.
I know.
Shantae, don't.
Officer Chrisman suggested that the mother watch the video of the incident. Okay, but she told him several times she knows her child, and she knows he's a little spoiled. What were they trying to prove with it? To pressure her into beating her child, or what? Because at that moment, it looked like that was their biggest concern.
White people fuck with you, because that's not.
Show them this video.
To the fact where they asked me to change his school. I'm like, nah, it's not the school. It's
Not.
because I know my kid. When I don't give his way, he'll cry, but he don't do that with me. I promise you. I know, and I said to you, y'all can't baby him. You got to speak firm. Sit down. Okay, but because then he's going to, he know that he could do it with y'all.
She does. I mean, she's patient, but she's firm.
But can I ask you a question, though? You were obviously called off your job today, and I'm not talking about any other time. But no, I'm not even talking about that. But today you were called off your job, right? So you're en route. They told you he's having some type of issue. Your conversation with is we were supposed to go get a Beyblade. That is out of the question. You going home, and we're going to have an issue. We're going to have to talk about this.
And you know why I said that to him?
The mother stayed defensive while Officer Chrisman stressed the seriousness of the behavior. In this minute, it became clear that trust between the school, the family, and the police was hanging by a thread. And without trust, every next step becomes risky. But the officers didn't see that they were crossing the line of decency. And I'm sure that raising children isn't part of their job description.
Because you did good. You're supposed to do good because now I stated to them, I don't do the reward. You're supposed to pass a test. You're supposed to do good. If you do good, I don't have to give you this. So now you're going to do good just because you're going to get something. That's not where I'm from. But I'm trying their method to see my big son. I don't want to say his name, but you know.
Because I need to see how he interacts with you.
Bring him in here.
Yeah, that's what I want to do because this thing here.
Yeah, I suggest.
And you know what I keep saying?
I suggest you look at that video. I really do suggest. I really do suggest you look at that video. Because your friends that are saying he don't.
Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me.
As long as you understand, you're not being oblivious to it, right?
I know it's true.
Cool.
I've never doubted them.
Thank you. That's all.
You know why I respect these people? I grew up in New York all my life. I don't give a fuck if y'all want to learn or not. I'm still going to get paid. I've never heard them speak like that.
Fact. This is
I've
actually
never
really
heard
good.
that. That's why I back you. And what did I ask you?
Come here.
Come here. What's up? What's going on? Huh? Why you not listening? Huh?
What Miss said is asked for a snack and she said sit down and I'll give it to you, and he started attacking her, and then he went.
What followed was that the officers brought the little boy into the room so they could see how the conversation between the mother and the child would go. By doing this, they didn't do anything good except put strong pressure on the mother to be harsh with her child so they'd be satisfied. It seemed like their ego was so fragile that even a 5-year-old child could hurt it.
So that's how we deal with adults?
He took a friend from the back of the head and shoved her down.
So what mommy gonna do?
He took a clipboard and attacked
what mommy gonna do
with it?
Huh? So now, what's going on?
He walks out of the school.
You left
regularly.
out of the school? You grown?
He told him, yeah.
You're an adult? You want somebody to take you? Huh? Yes or no? Open your mouth. What I keep telling you, stop playing retarded for free. I don't get a check. Right? Yes or no? So why you can't listen? I work hourly. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't eat, you don't eat. Remember mommy tell you that? You think I got time to keep coming here for this? How many times I gotta talk to you? You want me to keep beating your ass?
You want her to let me do it?
You want the police officer to take you?
You know why?
I don't like bad children. Bad, disrespectful children.
The situation reached its peak when handcuffs were mentioned as a symbol of future consequences for disobedience. Officer Chrisman used a visual example. Now I ask you, is intimidating a child with metal handcuffs part of developmentally appropriate communication? Because I'd say it isn't.
And you know what
I told your mama.
When you get older, when you want to make your own decisions, you know what's gonna be your best friend? These right here. You know what these are? These are handcuffs. You know what they're for?
You want to go where Uncle Berto at?
Huh? You know what these are for? These are for people that don't want to listen and don't know how to act.
You want to go where Uncle Berto
That's
at?
what that is.
Where Uncle Berto at?
They put you at like that, and then now you can't move, you can't free, you can't go anywhere. You do what we tell you to do. Is that how you want to live your life? Huh? So how are we gonna fix that? If somebody tells you to sit down and shut up, any adult, you better sit down and shut up.
Talk to him. Let me
Now,
tell you why. His father
if your
is
teachers
strict,
tell you to do something,
so you know they strict.
you better listen.
The tone stayed hard and focused on obedience. Authority was the central theme, while the child's emotional state was secondary, and that's exactly where the key to this whole incident lies. When control becomes a priority over care, the consequences can be deeper than anyone expects. No one asked the boy why he ran from school.
Guess what's gonna happen when you get home?
Because everything.
Tell me what's gonna happen when you throw something at a teacher.
His dad is a hard work. His father's gonna be 60 years old and work
I'm
two
listening.
full-time jobs.
What's gonna happen when you get home? Oh, you acting like you don't know how to act again?
And he's afraid because he's saying, if I speak to him, I don't want the people to question, and then they think I'm abusing. Then I go to prison. I didn't come to America to work so hard to give him a good life and go to prison. You can't even discipline your kid.
That is a common
I'm
misconception.
Tell you the honest truth. He doesn't belong here if he can't act right. If he can't treat them like humans.
Turn around.
He's
Turn
hitting
around.
students. He's hitting teachers.
Turn around.
He's knocking computers on the floor.
This is you.
That's not behavior for children. That's beast.
And then you come to
He
my
needs
home.
to go to another school, and that's going to be another problem for you.
Officer Chrisman kept pressuring the child with questions that would happen at home because of his behavior towards teachers. The tone was moralizing, almost condemning. Did you notice how responsibility was shifted to fear of punishment instead of understanding the cause? When a 5-year-old is suggested to be a beast, that's not a corrective approach, it's labeling, and labeling leaves a mark on children.
I asked him,
He
I'm
can't be
like,
around other people if he can't act right.
and it's like
You better get your stuff together.
3-4 days things be good, and then next thing you know, you don't get something. This is
Put yourself in their position. If
I
you're
already
a
know
teacher and this 5-year-old child hits you,
I already know it.
they
I'm
ain't
not
trying to lose their jobs.
Listen to me.
For
Think
one
you're getting a
child.
Beyblade
Listen
today?
to me. I'm not ignorant.
You're not.
I'm not saying you're
No,
ignorant,
I'm just
saying,
telling you.
Because you want to act
I'm
bad.
telling you. I'm not an
So your
ignorant
mom's
parent.
gonna take you home and fix that.
Some
for you, okay?
parents
Don't
come
worry
up
about it. She
here.
gonna take care
I
of
mean,
that
not
for
up here. Some parents want to
She'll beat
fight the
that butt.
teacher for
you
disciplining
don't know how to
their kids,
behave.
and I stated to them.
Huh?
It
You
take
want-
a
you like
village.
hitting adults?
I'm from the old school. I remember
Huh?
how my mother came.
You like hitting adults?
and brought us up.
You want to hit me? Hit me. See what happens.
So I didn't want to lose my kid and then have to go to jail. I'd rather
You're not
either
gonna do
lose
it.
him
Because you
and
know
I could stay home.
I'm not playing with
or I
you.
go to jail and I come home.
The conversation shifted to loss of custody and jail, while the mother explained her fear of the system. Officer Chrisman minimized that fear, but let's be real, when a uniform stands in front of you talking about CPS, that's never a small thing. Officer Chrisman openly said he hopes the child will be physically punished at home. Stop right there. Did you hear that? Now just think, is that normal?
I'm not one of these teachers.
I don't know what to do.
You don't hit
I
adults.
discipline my kid.
You don't
can't
hit
tell
anybody.
me as long as he's not
Nobody.
abused.
You understand
no
that?
marks on his
No
head.
one.
Nobody can't
You
tell
don't
me
put
nothing.
your hands
because guess
on
what?
anybody.
If I
You keep
don't
your
discipline
hands
them, I'm
to
still
yourself.
gonna get in trouble.
You understand
if he
that?
do something. So it's
Do you
like,
understand
what do
that?
I do? You cannot tell me I can't discipline. Every time you call me, I discipline my kid. He just don't have no marks
And you
because I
told
don't
me
beat
that,
him with
and I
objects.
never told you not to. Every
But
time
when
you told
the
me that-
principal tell me something different, and then the Ethiopian woman that was sitting here, I
It
said,
all
okay.
depends on the words that you used in that
And I
moment.
never used profanity, and
No,
I
it's
never
not
said I'm gonna
profanity.
beat dog shit out of you, and I never said I'm gonna beat you with a belt.
Mom, but listen, they're saying you can discipline your child.
Okay,
Because
so
you
now
even
hear
said
that?
it. You even said it. It's not
Yeah.
abuse.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
not
difference.
abuse.
There's a difference.
And I hope she does beat you when you go home because you deserve it so much for your actions today.
After the video was released, the Montgomery County Police Department launched an internal investigation through its Internal Affairs Division, but the findings were declared confidential under Maryland law. Officer Chrisman and Officer Holliday remain employed. Shanta Grant filed a civil lawsuit alleging assault, false arrest, and emotional distress, and while we hope the case will end the right way, let's talk about another incident that also involved a very young person. It all started when a local sheriff's deputy saw a truck parked near a driveway on a quiet dead-end street in St. Croix, Wisconsin. Luke Sandel had just stopped home for a few minutes. There was no report, no call, just patrol boredom. However, for some reason, the officer saw something suspicious in that and decided to act.
80 and 19 dispatch on 2, copy of in.
80 and 19 on 2, go ahead.
1, Frank, Tom, 7, William, 2, boy, 6, 7, Henry Edward, boy, 293, stand by. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, what are you doing?
The deputy approached the vehicle and started going through the trunk before Luke came back from the garage. Imagine finding a stranger opening your vehicle door in your own driveway. How would you react? The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches, and here everything started without any clear basis at all.
What are you doing?
Hang on. Stand over here.
What
are you doing? Stand over here.
What the hell are you doing?
Why is your car in the middle of the road?
Because I live here?
Okay, well,
Own this property?
not the road, you don't.
Yeah, we do, man.
Okay, come over here.
Stop.
Come over here, I said.
Stop it! Get the f*** out of here. What the hell is your problem?
Stop, dude.
What the hell
I said
is
to
your
stop.
problem?
I said not to get in the truck.
Stop it.
You stop.
What the f***? What the f*** are you doing?
I told you to stop, dude.
You stop! You f***ing
Truck's in the middle of the road here.
Who do you f***ing think lives here, you dead You fucking Oh my god.
You're trying to get in the truck, dude, and you smell like alcohol.
When Luke appeared, the deputy immediately switched to an aggressive tone and physical contact. There was no calming down, no identification either, just commands and grabbing. At that moment, a seizure under the Fourth Amendment occurred. For a seizure to be lawful, there must be reasonable suspicion of a crime. And here, something's about to happen that the officers will regret.
80 and 19 dispatch on EMS.
40 19 EMS for emergency or routine.
Emergent. After use of force.
Emergent after use of force 107.
Control there. Come up, emergent.
What the hell is your problem?
I told you not to get in the truck.
I live here. This is our property.
Your truck's public road here, dude.
Dude, I don't give a f***. Get the f*** off of me. You're so f***ing fired. You are f***ing stupid.
Put your hand behind your back.
You're f***ing stupid.
Put your hand behind your back.
The deputy claimed the vehicle was on a public road and that Luke smelled like alcohol. But even if there was an odor, that alone doesn't justify taking someone to the ground without prior assessment. Later, Luke said he was slammed to the ground and that his ribs were broken. If that's true, we're talking about some serious use of force.
So you're doing this because I'm parked in front of my own property?
I'm investigating why your car is parked.
Because it's here. It's not a big deal. How about you just walk away, man?
Okay.
What the hell is your problem?
I said stop it.
No, listen here. You're going to look at me and you're going to talk to me like a f***ing man.
Put your hand behind your back for now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not.
Put your hand behind your
You're
back.
on my property. Shut the f*** up, dude.
Put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not. You're going to talk to me like a normal
Your hand behind your back.
and you're going to quit being an asshole. God. You're f***ing stupid. You're f***ing stupid, man. You're f***ing stupid. Stop! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Handcuffs. Just handing you.
For what?
He did not specify, he just said.
You're on my property, you f***ing idiot!
Not on the property, you're on the roadway.
You are! You're in the f***ing driveway, you f***ing idiot! Stop! How about you talk to me like a fucking...
Put your hands behind your back.
How about you f***ing talk to me like a goddamn person?
I told you. Put your hands behind your back.
Idiot! You f***ing retard! You're f***ing stupid as f***.
The deputy insisted on handcuffs to supposedly figure out what was going on, but handcuffs are a form of arrest or at least temporary detention, and that requires a legal threshold, reasonable suspicion or probable cause. And now, tell me, what was the reason here? Luke was trying to explain that he lives here while the deputy refused to de-escalate. Can you believe it?
Get in my f***ing truck and look at my shit. You're f***ing stupid, dude. Could have just been a simple conversation. Oh, yeah, you're the Sandal kid, you live here, that's okay. And I'll be like, hey, have a nice night. But no, you're being a fucking idiot.
I told you not to get in the truck and you pulled away from me.
Why are you even bothering? You should have just said, who are you? And I would have said, oh, I'm here. I live here. Okay, have a nice night. Thanks for patrolling the property. We appreciate it because we don't want anybody around here in the middle of the night. Okay? That's all it would have had to been. But you're being an asshole instead of just using your common sense in your head. Okay? That's the issue right here. And then you threw me on the ground like a jackass. So, how about we start it again? Let's start this again, okay? And we can get past this. How about that? Huh? Does that sound good to you? Oh, now you're going to handcuff. Okay, nope, now we're done.
I told you we were going in handcuffs until you can contain you.
Nope,
Figure out what's
now
going
we're
on
done.
here.
Nope, we're done. I'm
All
not
right.
going to work with you anymore. Nope,
You okay?
we're done. Nope, we're not going to work.
Okay.
I'm not going to work with you. Nope, Mom, the f***ing cops! Over here!
Excuse me, do police officers really think they have the right to come onto someone's property and arrest the owner? I mean, by that logic, we should all be arrested first and then prove that the house actually belongs to us. I don't even know how officers like this got the job in the first place, let's be honest.
Harassing me on our own property! Yeah, exactly!
I'll explain to you in a second here.
You don't need to explain you f***ing idiot.
Just chill out. Sit
You, man, you're being a f***ing idiot. That's what. I can tell in your f***ing eyes you're afraid. You're being a f***ing douchebag right now. Yes, you are being a f***ing idiot. You f***ing idiot. You need some goddamn common sense. Stupid ass. You're being a f***ing dumbass right now, you know that?
Sit in there for a minute.
No, I'm not.
Sit in there
You're
for a
gonna
minute.
talk to me like a f***ing man.
I will talk to you in a minute. I said sit in there.
No. Oh, that felt good. You're a f***ing dumbass.
After the incident, Luke Sandal was charged with resisting and obstructing an officer, and according to available information, the case is still ongoing. That meant he first had to defend himself against the criminal charges before possibly filing a civil lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 for alleged Fourth Amendment violations. So before seeking accountability, he had to fight to clear his own name in court. If you thought today's cases were the lowest point, brace yourself. We're only scratching the surface. What's coming will make you question how much further things can actually fall. In the next video, we're diving into incidents that are even more disturbing than what you've just seen. Don't miss it. See you in the next one.